Hey everybody, it's Corey from The Abundant Artist, and I just wanted to take a minute to chat with y'all about email marketing for artists. If you don't already have a very strong email list, you're going to want to listen to what I'm talking about for the next few minutes. There are essentially five major areas that I see beginning artists struggle with. I took some notes because I wanted to make sure that we get this right. My notes, my notebook. Five areas that I want to talk about when it comes to email marketing for artists that are going to create a system that does effective marketing rather than just pushes out a message that nobody cares about, right? So I want to talk about that. We're going to talk about the TAA Email Marketing Challenge, the Abundant Artist Email Marketing Challenge. You see in the title of this video, there's the hashtag. That challenge is going to start next week. If you watch to the end or skip to the end, I'll talk a little bit about how to join the challenge. It's free. But right now I want to tell you how you can start out a great email marketing campaign. As I wag my finger. So it starts out, there's five elements: knowing your story, inviting collectors on a journey with you, number three, telling your story, number four, asking for the sale, and number five, activating your fans and collectors. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what I mean by each of those. So knowing your story, being able to know and tell your story. If you feel confident in who you are as an artist, then you know your story. If you are excited to tell people about who you are and what your art is about, if you feel like you've got a pretty good handle on those conversations, then you've got the first element of a good email marketing campaign, and I'll tell you what I mean. The second element is inviting your collectors along a journey with you. So you as the artist, your work is to continue getting better, to continue improving, to continue making good art. So you want to invite your collectors, instead of saying, hey, come join my email list, you want to invite them on a journey. And whatever, you can massage the language and change it a little bit. But you just want to say, hey, come on this journey with me as I explore XYZ, whatever it is that you explore as an artist. So join my mailing list to come explore messages of beauty, positivity, and joy, or come join my mailing list to explore the Montana wilderness with me as I do that. Whatever kind of art you make and that kind of stuff. Just like you are, if you were standing next to somebody in an art gallery and they were asking you questions about the art and you were talking to them about your art and you guys were having a good conversation, your email marketing should feel like that rather than just a blast that says, hey, here's all my shows that are coming up, you should check them out, or here's all my new art that's available, come buy that. You want to have that conversational quality, which means that in your emails, coming back to number three, telling your story. If you know your story and you feel good about it, your email should contain your story rather than, hey, here's Corey's latest email art, or here's Corey's latest email about his art. It's, let me tell you about a time when I was canoeing in a river with my dad and we had our dog with us, and it was just this perfect moment when we were on the river and I decided to paint that. It can be that simple. It can be a couple sentences, and then you painted the painting and you offered that up for sale. Giving people a story that they can attach to the art helps them form an emotional connection. And that's one element that I see missing from most artists' emails. And I think that's a big hang up for a lot of artists because they say, oh, I don't know what to put in an email. That's what you should put. Okay, number four, asking for the sale. So if you tell that story about canoeing on the river with your dad and you've got the dog with you, then at the end of the email, you can say, and by the way, that painting, here's a picture of that painting, and you can buy that painting by clicking here, right? And then it takes them to the e-commerce section on your website where they can punch in their credit card and buy it, or the print section, or whatever makes sense. Always remember to ask for the sale when you are putting out those emails. And then the final step in doing a great email marketing campaign is activating your people. So the people who are fans, the people who have already purchased from you, they can both be really valuable because you can get those people to take action. So remember when I talked about exploring whatever element of the world that you're exploring with your art, if you invite people to explore those things with you, you can tie those into service projects, you can tie those into getting people to take part in political activism, you can get people to just go, do nice things for others, and that can all be tied back into your art. So next week, we're going to start the Abundant Artist Email Marketing Challenge, where I'm going to go through in detail how to do all of this stuff. It's a totally free challenge. We're going to talk about telling your story. We're going to give you some example emails. I'm going to show you some artists who I think do great emails, including the Secret Society of Magical Creatures, which I think is probably my favorite artist email marketing campaign that I've come across yet. So I'll talk more about that, as well as some other fun email marketing stuff. The challenge is totally free. It's 5 days. I'll send you 5 emails, one each day, where you get a short task to improve your email marketing. So Kristen Mears says, sounds fun. How can I join? Glad you asked, Kristen. I did not plant her. Glad you asked, Kristen. You can go to theabundantartist.com/email-marketing. Email, that's one word, EMIAL-marketing. I will also post a link in the comments below this video, attached to this video. So I look forward to working with all of you, and I'm looking forward to the challenge. The last time we did a challenge like this, we had an artist who was just starting her career who sold $700 worth of art during the challenge. The time before that, when we did a challenge similar to this, we had artists, about 25 artists, get their first online sale. So as these challenges get progressively a little more challenging, we start to see some great results for people. So the challenges are really fun. I like doing them. I just do it for fun. And it helps build up what we're doing here at The Abundant Artist. So if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, you can head over to theabundantartist.com/email-challenge. And Karen Payton says, what should we do to prep for the challenge? That's how excited I am. I'm glad you asked, Karen. If you sign up for the challenge, you'll get an email that will tell you what you need to have in place before the challenge starts. And essentially, those 3 things are, you need to know how to tell your story. This is not for the artists who are just barely getting started and have never done email. If you've never done email marketing before, that's fine. But if you don't know how to talk about your art effectively and you feel scared and terrified of talking about your work, this is probably not the right challenge for you. It might be a little too much, a little too overwhelming. You should also have some sort of email marketing service set up. We usually recommend ConvertKit, and that email will have a link to signing up for ConvertKit. You can use other email marketing services too, but I'm going to use ConvertKit as my example during the course challenge, during the email challenge. And then you also need to have, Kristen says, am I able to view past challenges? Yeah. So if you head over to theabundantartist.com/courses, all of our courses and challenges are over there. So head on over and check those out. I'm going to go, but again, if you want to join our challenge, head over to theabundantartist.com/email-challenge, and I look forward to seeing you over there. Thanks, everybody.